welcome back. A couple days ago, I talked about the 4 ways to improve auditory processing at home, and I promised that I would have a few more ways. So today I'm going to talk about 3 more things or ways that you can improve your child's ability to focus, listen, follow directions, and even improve their reading. Because as I've explained before, auditory processing is so much a part of the skills that we want our children to have and what is necessary for them to actually be successful in school, at home, and just in life in general. And so often when parents find out their child has poor auditory processing, the answer is, just IEP accommodations and so forth. And as I've mentioned recently, I'm not against IEPs, but they should not be a permanent solution. They're like a cast, and ultimately we want to get that cast off. We want to fix the underlying cause. We want to identify the weakness and then correct it. So basically what we want to do is we want to train the ear, because auditory processing is so much, there's several different factors that are areas where there can be breakdown, which I'll talk about in future videos. But basically what we want to do is we want to train the ear, because one of the issues is basically the way that the ear and the brain processes instructions. Things might get jumbled, things might get left out, and so forth. So, and what number 1 is we want to, an exercise you can do is to teach your child to distinguish sounds. So one way that you can do that is to play music, and I'm going to say any kind of music, whatever your child likes to listen to is probably best, because that's how you're going to get them best engaged. And again, you don't even have to tell them that you're doing this to improve their auditory processing, because sometimes that's how we lose kids. So just telling them that you're doing this, let's do this fun game while we're driving in the car. And so what you're going to do, you're listening to some music, have them notice, maybe clap or, say some kind of word when they hear the high sound, whether it's singing or with instruments, and do another action or sound when they hear the low sounds, or to identify a particular instrument. So, when do you hear the violin? Oh, I hear it now. Oh, not anymore. When do you hear this? And that trains their ear to be able to distinguish between different sounds. And this, by the way, is one of the reasons why music in general is so effective in developing the brain and addressing learning disabilities, as well as so much a part of sound therapy, which I use in my clinic, and a lot of practitioners use who are involved in educational therapy and so forth. So the second way that you can help your child is have them distinguish letter sounds. So one of the big issues when it comes to reading is children have difficulty detecting the differences between subtle sound differences or even phonemes. So they often will mix up the B's and the D's, not just visually, but even on an auditory level. So they might, they might hear da instead of ba, or they might hear ma instead of n, whenever with the M's and the N's. So what you want to do is, tell them, we're going to work with the sound B, so ba, and make sure you really reinforce that with them, and then say, think of some words that start with the letter B, or go ba. And then you can kind of make this a little more tricky by finding sounds within the words and so forth. The next thing you can do is, especially with small children, but children in general, is rhyming is so important, and there's a lot of wisdom behind why in primary and kindergarten and so forth, in those lower grade levels, we have children do all of these nursery rhymes and rhyming and poetry and so forth. Yeah, they're fun and they engage kids, but ultimately they really train the ear, and they help to improve that phonemic awareness. And one of the hallmarks of a child who is dyslexic is that they have a harder time distinguishing rhymes or rhyming patterns, and sometimes they just don't even seem to find them that kind of fun and interesting as other kids, because their ear is not picking up on the rhymes the way other children do. So Let me know if you checked out my video yesterday or the other day. If you've been doing any of these already, let me know which one you either have started doing or are doing, or even which one you think your child needs, because some of you might be listening going, oh, you know what, I really think my child would benefit from this one or be willing to do this one. And definitely don't go through my videos from the last couple of days and say I'm going to do all 7. Choose 1 or 2. Think of a time when you're going to do it. Put a little reminder, whether it's a sticker in the car or in the kitchen. Whenever you come at a common time that you come together, that's how you weave these exercises into your day, so that it doesn't feel like you're always taking time out from the day for both you and your child, where it feels like more, homework. So that's, again, something I do with my clients in my Full Potential Formula and Reading Rockstar Method, is simplifying, because the last thing these kids need is to feel like they're doing more and more tutoring, more and more homework, getting that extra practice, especially when up till now they have likely or possibly seen minimal results. So I will be talking more about all of this stuff in a couple of days. And for now, I'm going to sign off, and I'll post in the comments below a link for the starter kit to help your child be better focused and better learn. And please share if you found this helpful. Thanks for watching.